As they host the best race of the season. We take a look at all the drivers getting into place now. As Axo in third place sits right below Omar, followed by Gaspin in P2. Omar finally gets the pole position through my eyes. As we take a look at Turbo in P5. But part of the few people in the pit lane start. It's 5 people starting from the pit lane. Now a full lap as no one, Omar isn't going now, Omar is as the full lap begins. Take a look at Omar P1 followed by Gaspin and Axo as Turbo's in P4 as T-Pert over there, as someone's in the grid, is still in the grid, as we don't know who, as another Omar is in there. Bruno also part of that. Moyne going round the chicane there, the little S chicane there. People cannot be patient about starting this race off, as it's so exciting today. As Omar controls the pace of all drivers going around into the last couple of corners of the Mexican track. As Mexico's track length is 2.6 miles. Really long track there. This is also one of the shortest tracks this year of ever. Longest is Spa, shortest is Monaco. Now all drivers take their lead into the grid as we are ready to start off the Mexican Grand Prix. As now we wait for the 5 lights about to go out. Gaspin gets out of his car just to get back in. As every driver is ready for the Mexican Grand Prix. Here we go. Just in the edges of South America, Mexico is. As 30 laps produced and is ready. As one person isn't ready. Now we have a turbulence. Just wait for everyone to start off this Grand Prix, as we do not know when it's going to start. And 5 lights about to go out in Mexico. Omar ready, and it is lights out, away we go. Omar just gets a little bit of a low start as Gaspin goes on to the right hand side as he overtakes us. That looks like Axo was well, and Turbo trying to get round into behind of Omar as Gaspin now goes down into the inside lane, and there's loads of lag happening as We take a look at Axel in P1 now, goes round to the outside lane, goes down to turn 1 and 2 and 3 as he takes the corner car, goes down into 4th now. As we take a look at L Dragon in P3 now, tries to go into the right hand side, trying to go down into the outside lane, goes down into turn 4. Also takes the corner car around the inside as Gaspin goes wide, hits the barricade as well. As Gaspin has got the best start going down into turn 9. As we take a look at Bruno near about last place at the middle of the back of the grid. As we also take a look at Axo down into P6 now, he going down into the little last edges of the track now, the 2.6 mile track, one of the shortest tracks in F1. As now they go down into the last corner, as he goes down into P6. What a first lap that was, as Omar has a terrible start, but I think he's into P1. That is absolutely amazing from him, as pole sitter is still on pole. As we take a look, Gaspin started P2, now is in P4 now, goes down into turn 3, takes the corner cut as well. Remember, 9 corner cuts, and that is a drive-through penalty, of course. As now they go down into the outside lane, goes Gaspin, tries to hit that apex, can't hit it well, but that looks like, what's his name, Bruno going around the curb. No, it wasn't. It wasn't him. I actually don't know any of these drivers at all. But we'll take a look at Bruno actually, as he goes down the outside lane, goes wide, trying to catch up with the I think that's the Aston Martin there. As now we take a look at the whole grid. Turbo actually leads. He leads in no he doesn't lead. It's Omar who leads in Mexico, as Turbo just about behind him. 2 seconds behind Omar. Now they go down the main street, they go the pit straight, as he tries to catch up. He's trying to close the gap. Omar trying to open the gap even larger, as now they go down into the, doesn't hit the apex well. If you can't hit the first apex onto that chicane, then you can't hit the other apexes, as Omar did. He can't hit the apex as well, and that's where he has the messed up, where he goes over that little barricade, where he also brings up loads of traction, where he brings up loads of dirt and dust coming from the wheel, as Turbo in P2 trying to close the gap, as he's actually been overtaken by loads of cars. As we take a look at Kurt now, trying to go from about the middle of the grid now, about the back. As now he goes round into the inside lane, he hits the apex really well, but he goes for the corner cut, and that looks like the Aston Martin goes round into the little curb, and there goes a car that's hit the barricade and is left wide. Seems the other Aston Martin which went wide. As we take a look at Axo trying to get around the inside lane of Gaspin. Can he get round the inside lane? Can Gaspin get down the main straight very well? As it's only Axo just ahead by 200th of a second, but Gaspin looking to try and get that overtake. Can he go around the inside lane? He should be going down the inside lane, as now they go down. Can he hit the apex? Yes, he can. Absolutely amazing racing by both men there, as it's Omar, Axo, Gaspin, Turbo, Quirt, Jerry, Moyne, El Dragon, Bruno, Olaf, the other Omar, Dancing, Jab, Con, and the rest of the grid not existing, as it's mostly the commentators and people who aren't racing. As we take a look at Gaspin trying to get round the chord of Axo. He goes wide, taking that corner car, and also Axo going wide as well. As we take a look at Jerry. Jerry almost flips. He goes over that curb, so when you go over a high curb, that's when you get less traction, and that's where you mostly get the tire wear from. Mostly the tire wear comes from the curves when you go over it, and your wing hits that, which hits the tire also, which rips apart the bit of rubber from the tyre as Jerry overtakes. I think that's Moyne there. Laboratory TV for other leagues, as we know. As there is a yellow flag in Sector 3. Oh, yeah, there's been a flipped car, and there's a car in the barricade as well. And there's another car which is went the wrong way. I don't know what car it is. I really don't know. Trying to figure out what car it is. As we took a lot of jab, he's pitting. Gaspin last well, trying to go round. Tries to get past Axo. He goes round the inside lane. Can he get round to the inside, right neck and neck between them both? Now he gets the advantage of Ilres, and he goes down the main straight. Now gets on the neck and neck, and Gaspin is just ahead. But can he, if he hits this apex really well, he might be able to get into the correct stance if he gets round the inside lane. But he's looking to go round the outside lane, and he just about takes second place. But it's Axo who takes back his position. Oh no, it's Axo who's leading while Omar is in third. And we'll take a look at Omar trying to battle with Gaspin. Now goes down the inside lane. They both hit the apex roll as a little bit of rubber catches Gaspin, as now it's a freeway. Goes down the inside lane, goes down the inside again, and Omar double overtake. He takes the corner cut as well, but Omar is leading, and he just about gets overtaken by both of them there. He should be going around the inside lane. Can he get around the inside lane? Yes, he can. And now he's looking to overtake both men again, and he does overtake both men again. As Gaspin goes around the inside lane, just about overtakes him again. As it's Omar who goes round the curb, and he goes leading again. As the laps are kind of broken as well. But it's Omar in the lead, and now it's a green flag. It's all clear. As Omar says, a box. He has damage via his front wing. Now the leaderboard actually stands of Axo, Kurt, Turbo, Jerry, Moyne. That's the positions apparently, but it looks like it's Omar, Gaspin, then Axo. As now they both try and get around. The race to director Bacon says it should be updated by next lap. That'll be good news. As now they go round into the last turns, and Omar goes for a pit while Axo and Gaspin now overtakes him, and that looks like it's about to be a lap there. I think it's actually Gaspin who's in front. Yes, it is. It's Gaspin who takes lead, and he's looking to become a blue flag for the I think that's not Mercedes. That's a thingy car. I forgot what car it is. I actually don't know any of the teams as well, so please bear with me with my debut commentating for this league. As now we take reports of one of the Omars has to do their exam, so they're out. As Omar boxes, he goes slowly onto the sticker straight as Axo tries to get round. He goes wide while all the cars are actually going slow. We can take a look at his TV pod cam of Axo. It's 300 miles per hour now, going down into the inside lane as the high curb has been removed by race control. Right, so now goes down the main straight as we head into lap 9. 4 seconds behind Gaspin. That is a little bit of a clean lap. But as my third place, as I think he's overtaken Omar. He hasn't. He's still in P5. 396 behind the leader of Gaspin. I'm gonna take a look at Axo trying to get around. He's trying to grab his position back as he's about 5 seconds behind over Gaspin. As a virtual safety car is mostly being employed. As virtual safety car has been deployed, it is now going to be staying in the third gear. As Gaspin crashes into the barricade, and Gaspin has just went over the curb too badly. He's now out, I think. And I think Gaspin is now out of this race as Axel now is in lead. Or the virtual safety car as Gaspin is out of the Mexico Grand Prix. That is in deep belief for Gaspin. Gaspin leading almost every lap so far is now out of the Mexico Grand Prix. It's a DNF for JS, and he's actually managed to overtake, and it's the red flag. As Gaspin's actually been able to escape. As race controllers pulled in a red flag now, as the curves are really too dangerous for here, as we have no information of how long it's going to be a red flag for. Like a 5 minutes to examine the track, check out some of the curbs, and then it should be perfect. But don't know how long until the restart. I think it's going to be a 5 minute 5 minutes until restart, I believe. That should be at least a good amount of time for Baker to get around the track, take out all the high curves that is actually there. Now we see. Sorry, did you enjoy the bits? As we can see, all the cars. They're about ready to restart this. Take it at the Ferrari Aston Martin. I think that's the Williams. You can change your tyres as well. Change your tyres is allowed. Well, this is a red flag. So that Omen now can do the pits. And a cutting line. As Jerry has a 10-second stop-go penalty. As we look in front of us, the whole grid. So we also take out loads of debris on the track, as well as for he's still been the best Grand Prix for, especially Omar. He started pole. He's trying to end it on pole as P1 winner, with Axel in P1, Herber in P2 apparently now, as Gaspin's in P3, P4 is P5 is Omar, P6 is don't know what Williams it is. That was a green flag. Main compound is hard to try to get through the rest of the race, but it's less grip, so what it causes when you go over the curve, you bring out that rubber, so when you bring out rubber, it cancels what you actually got in grip. So you go over the curve, you get that rubber where the front wheel tears the bit of rubber that's in your tyre, so when it rips it out, it really brings out traction, and that's where traction goes low and downforce begins to go high enough to where you can actually spin out, have a major crash at least 200 miles per hour, maybe on the main straight, do a Max Verstappen, which happened today in the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, as Sergio Perez wins that. But you need to think I can't say it. Anyways, but the main thing you have to do is keep your grip alive. You keep your grip alive, you've got it. Don't go over every single curve. That won't give you the advantage of getting your traction up. But you gotta think of strategies. Think of it. Means the best for you. Not think about it. Doesn't think the best of you. As now we are gonna do a grid restart of the Mexican Grand Prix. We're gonna do a whole restart, I think. What is in the P3? I don't know what's going on here. I think we're gonna do a whole restart of the race. That's what we're doing. As Lehman's in first, Lando's in now second. Lando, as Quad is in P3. As we do a whole restart, as 5 lights about to go out for the second time in Mexico, as Lando and Omar are ready to fight it out in the main straight, and it's lights out and away we go. Omar again doesn't get a good start, as Lando gets on the right hand side trying to get round, as it's actually Bruno that is, as Bruno stays ahead of the Ferrari Turbo trying to get round into the outside lane, as Lando on the right hand side trying to defend his spot. Now he goes down into the inside lane, and now can he stay in P1, and now he takes the corner cut round twice as quick. Now goes onto the left-hand side, tries to get round of Lando, and he does take Lando's spot. As now we're going down into turn 4 now, as it's Lando going Bruno going back into P1, and he goes over the big curve as he goes wide. As Quirt also takes his lead back, as it's now Gaspin trying to get round the outside lane of Quirt, and now he goes down into turn 10 and 11. Now the 2.6 mile track is one of the shortest track in the world, as it's followed by Monaco. As now they go down into the stadium, as there's a car that flipped, as now Gaspin tries to go down into the outside lane. He goes round the outside lane, overtakes Quirt, as now they go down into the last corner of the Mexico Grand Prix, as it's Quirt trying to go down the pit lane file, as though it's Quirt in P1, but Gaspin is actually in P1 through the main street, as it's followed by Quirt, Turbo, Omar, Bruno, Ola, Dante, Axo, Jerry and Con, as Con only has the P10, which means he is 9 seconds behind of Gaspin. And now Gaspin goes running the outside lane, and it looks like Turbo trying to also overtake, but Quirt overtakes Gaspin, and Gaspin goes over the large curb as Quirt stays in the lead in the 12th lap of the Mexico Grand Prix. Absolutely amazing start as Omar trying to get round the inside lane. He goes round the inside lane, overtakes Gaspin, and he goes wide. Gaspin takes over his position again. He started on pole in the first race. He goes through a corner cut, goes around the high curb. Now it's in second and third. Usually for the voice practice role, ladies and gentlemen. As now Gaspin trying to go around the inside lane, he overtakes Quirt as he goes down into the outside lane, goes Quirt, and he's trying to get around, but Omar actually overtakes Quirt, takes to P2, as Turbo also trying to do the same thing. He goes down on the outside, but Omar on the main straight overtakes Gaspin, as now Gaspin trying to go around the inside lane. He tries to go on the right hand side of Omar, as he cannot go around, as Omar now tries and get the gap open, as now they both go into the inside lane now, and he looks up. Omar looks up and he flips his car. Omar has flipped his car, and he is now in best belief he is an F in the chat there, as now he is now going down at least P7. Oh, inshallah. As Omar now is getting overtaken by the Ferrari, as Axel is also being overtaken by the Ferrari, as oh, the Ferrari crashes now. As Omar also overtakes, and what a race this has been. I think that has to be another red flag, trying to fix out that curb there. As Gaspin goes down into the final straight, as now we go down into the main straight in a minute, as they go around Quirt. Turbo trying to get around the inside lane of Quirt as he tries to get around Quirt, and Quirt, can he just about? Quirt actually overtakes both men. Gaspin now goes down, and now Gaspin trying to proceed again with the Alfa Romeo. He tries to get around the right hand side of both drivers, and it's mostly Turbo and Quirt trying to fight for P2, as Gaspin opening the gap between them two drivers, and now he goes down into the outside lane, and Quirt trying to get round, and he overtakes just about. He overtakes Gaspin, as Gaspin just about takes his position back. He is now leading in Mexico, as Quirt trying to get round the inside lane of Gaspin, and his car picks up this front wing, as there could be bodywork damage there. We don't know what's happened there, but we all we know is Omar and the different Alfa Romeo has been flipped over in the Mercedes, which is over. Take a look at Jerry in the Aston Martin, goes round into the inside lane. He's just minding his own business. No one's in his area at all. As Moyne actually is going to get lapped. I think that has to be a blue flag. As should be a blue flag for Moyne. As Gaspin about to lap him now. Oh, Oh, and he crashes, which means there's an opportunity for Quart. And Quart actually overtakes, takes P1. He opens the gap humongously. Now going round into the inside lane as Bacon admits that Moy now has a blue flag. He has 3 blue flag warnings before he can be penalised. Or, in fact, actually a black flag for unsportsmanlike shit. There. As now Quirk leads this race in the hard compound, as all the other drivers also have the hard compound, as that's the main higher range of today's race. As now going down the main straight, Quirk goes. Take a look back at Gaspin looking to race with Omar and Turbo actually leading from Omar just about. As now they go down the inside lane, Turbo goes round with the little chicane parks there. As he just about to go around the right hand side of Gaspin. What a move that was by Turbo. What a move by well, Omar goes round the inside, then he overtakes Gaspin, but Gaspin takes his position back with both drivers there. But now it's Turbo who actually tries and leads. As they both go down into the inside lane, there you go. As Kurt trying to keep his position, as we can see Omar is actually using his parking brake to get round corners. So I feel like that has to be a penalty, obviously, but up to Bacon as the FIA. Take a look at Gaspin. I'm going to take a look at Axo. I think Axo's in P1, I believe. I think he is. As he hits the barricade, that means he goes over, and that looks like Omar. It isn't Omar. Omar actually hits it. As Moyne has just served his time penalty. A drive-through penalty. Axo trying to get around Turbo, that believes, and can he get around Turbo? Yes, he can. Easily, as now he tries to battle with Omar. Goes down the outside lane, can he get through? Yes, he can. Absolutely amazing, but Omar tries to get around and he almost flips his car. Goes with 2 wheels. As Omar reports to his radio, there's no grip. There is no grip to the car at all. As the hard compound is the worst one to actually use, because the reason why is the lack of rubber that you have on your car. But they're saying no. He has a mispower issue. As he's still driving though. Amazing driving from Kurt today. You guys can vote for driver of the day. Go down into the Discord server of RFLA. You can see it up there. It's now just being a quiet race now as Kurt tries to get round as there's 10 laps remaining as Gaspin leads. I think it's Gaspin who's leading. Yes, it is. Gaspin is leading in Mexico, followed by Omar, 3 seconds, and Turbo, which is 5 seconds. Jerry, which has 1 lap. Kurt, which has 10 seconds. He's in P1, now in P2, now in P4. EXO is 15, now 5th. Olaf in 6th with 19. Connor with P7 with 20. As now he should see starts to at least a minute now. As Moyne also has a lap down. Olaf is trying to something. As Kurt P4 tries to get round, trying to get his places back, has 10 laps remaining the Mexican Grand Prix as does he's 50 seconds behind of everyone, and Kurt hits the barricade a little bit. That is the lack of grip that happens in the track. That's because it's that hot today. These temperatures can't go as high as normal. We're trying to figure out. Like so now goes down the main straight as you take a look at Turbo. Turbo just exited the pit lane. He takes down those positions off that. As it so far it hasn't been the best race so far for anyone so far. Kurt hitting the barricade, going down. Gaspin actually having a decent race racing here. As Gaspin though goes down the last one. As Fernando Alonso says, Gaspin, bad news, you have a slow puncture. Spot. As Gaspin doesn't reply to that at all. He doesn't box then. As people say, Gaspin is like a Lewis Hamilton. So competitive, he's so lucky with the stewards. Interesting. Well. Oh, and it's a red flag again! It's a red flag here. Again with 8 laps remaining. It could be a recap of Azerbaijan. Brakes going high flight as they need to fix the curb again. As now Gaspin trying to rush to the pits now, and he's 12 seconds ahead, which means Gaspin will be furious about that. Let's see how we can do at the restart now, as everyone now has to go back to the pits. There's Gaspin. That's that. What does it say? Red flag. As the restart will now be 2 minutes. Try and see all the drivers coming down now. Take a little break really, as it's a red flag here in Mexico for the second time now. for you to see me on there, the amazing Asian. As I should be turning around now, as I am turning around now. As I will take a little drink before the race continues of the restart. I am back as everyone is now making their return to the grid again. Please ignore me if I am, if you can hear my chewing. It's I'm just hungry. I need to get all the food I want before the end of my holidays. Loft takes 2.7. And tries going into peak 6 as the Aston Martin takes that. Open him. Mine, public that's mine, that was. So, hello everybody who is currently in here. There's 7 people watching. If you guys can vote, who do you think is driver of the day so far today? Because I know for a fact Gatsby has been doing amazing. Axo has been. I think Axo though sounds the best. Mine has to now go last. That's how we take over. As now I'll be back. Well, it was like, it's how and away we go. I just want to go get a drink break. As now it's Curtin, the lead, I believe, as Kurt almost goes runners. Someone's brakes are on fire. As now Bert takes the lead, goes run into the inside lane. As Gatsby tries to go round into the outside lane, he takes the lead again. As that 23 out of 37 left of this race. As now they go all past the line. That 24 they go. Oh, Kurt's tyres. Had a model there. As now they all try and race round. As Squirt tries to fight off Axo. Can Axo get round into the inside lane? Now goes round the inside lane. He takes lead. in Mexico, as Omar has a skip go penalty, which he should be taking right now. See if he does. He does go and take it. But he goes too fast around the pit lane. As we can try and see the Omar's penalty. It's being taken. And Axel is going to be slowed down into the straight. He'll like get that gas spin with Tim on the left side of him. Kurt goes down into P6. As just 100th of a second below him. Oh no, that's Con. Oh, they try and get round. As now we take a look at Gaspin's front view, the cockpit view. So I lose my cookie. I hope not. Now, Colin just overtakes Gaspin. Now Gaspin goes down into P2 as Colin's actually leading this race now. As Colin in lap 27 leads the race, 3 laps remaining, now goes down into the outside lane. He can't hit that apex, he can't hit it well. Goes down that little chicane there into turn 4 we begin to go to. Gaspin trying to gather him back. As it's a yellow flag as well, as Gaspin overtakes though. As it's a yellow flag, Gaspin trying to overtake still. It's a green flag again, as people say Gaspin driving penalty. And Gaspin is 600th of a second behind Hon. As Gaspin has to DTP a driving penalty as he overtakes. Now all he has to do is this. He has to pit with a big gap ahead of him. As soon as he does that, he's done it. I was hoping to have a DCP, but not certain. As that it's Con and Gaspin. But they both now serve their that. Gaspin is ahead though, but it looks like Olaf overtakes both of them. Now Olaf overtakes lap 29. He goes P1 with a massive gap of at least 7 seconds. We take a look at Quirk. Trying to find Gaspin and Con going into the insides. Take a look at Quirk's cockpit. As he takes that major corner car over there. Oh, Con! Because Barricade went into 2 wheels there. 2 tires. Ever goes down into the inside lane, grips that round as it's the last lap. Now we can take a look at Olaf and let's see if he can win. As well, also had to serve his DTP as Olaf, followed by Con, followed by Gaspin, who will win the Mexico Grand Prix on the final lap here. As now Olaf could win his first ever race. I think this is his first ever race. And we're now Con! Oh no, Con flip! That's so bad of Con. As Con gets a disqualification when he's done it. He has 50 quarter cuts. As Olaf going down the last couple corners now, as Gaspin trying to go right behind him, has a little bit of a gap of 2 to 3 seconds. Olaf now going down the last couple corners here. I think he's done it. I think he's done it at all. As I think that's Omar who took that big hole cut. Gaspin takes over, but it's the win for Olaf. Olaf wins in the Monaco Grand Prix on his debut, and he wins in fashion as Olaf gets the dub. And it's Gaspin in second, Omar in third, Jerry in fourth, Con in fifth, Kurt in sixth, Moyne in seventh, Axel in eighth, and Dancy in ninth. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining along here. It's been an amazing day. The Monaco Grand Prix is over. So Olaf wins. What a day today by all drivers. Olaf, Gaspin, and then Omar. As you know, okay day. So thank you for me and our streaming co-hosting. Thank you for joining in. It's been the Mexico Grand Prix. See you next season. Is it done, Marcel?